Hi guys, my name is Anne. I am Quantum Heart Living. Thank you so much for joining me. Well, we have been challenged over the past few days. There has certainly been a lot, as usual, of fluctuating energies. We are being challenged to continue to move into the higher levels of frequency. Now, this is being offset by quite a bit of ego energy. And what I'm getting on that is there are a lot of people that are coming into this energy that are starting to see some of the illusion, some of the hidden stuff, some of the unconscious behaviors and wounds. And it is really causing a couple of things to happen. So one is for those that are, in the process of awakening and on their healing journey, it is really causing us to look back with some anger. I'm feeling that we put up with behavior that was very unconscious, but it was behavior that we accepted. And the more clearing and healing we do, the more this comes to light. And it can be kind of frustrating to know that yourself, who you are now, the good news is you're living in a higher frequency at higher consciousness. We accepted that behavior because we were attracted to the lower levels of consciousness at that time. So we really have to remember that we are no longer that version of ourselves. Even though it feels like we are getting drawn back, it is again this time of revisiting that for clearing. And this has been rather challenging because in some cases, this has taken up a good proportion of our time. So I think it's important, though, that remember to the energy associated with that going backwards. Although it's important to recognize it, it's also really important to remember this balance that we have here. And this is our ongoing effort or journey to realize that we are now moving forward into creating who we are now. So this is living in this new earth environment and putting the past behind us. Now, some of what is keeping us back from doing this is and I referred to this earlier, is the energy from some of these individuals. If there is some karmic tie, if there is some etheric cord, if there is some connection, if there is some entanglement involved with some of these individuals who are likely very close in your life, they're dealing with this, and we might be picking up on their energy as it's such an important time right now. So many people are experiencing so many different facets of this new consciousness that is upon us. And it is really all about personal choices. So we always have a choice on where we want to go, what we want to do, what we want to feel. And that is a choice for us as well as for others. We have to remember, though, those that are highly sensitive, the empath type of individuals who were the ones that, for the most part, absorbed a lot of this type of energy as their own, are now releasing it, seeing it for what it was. It is no longer ours. There's still this they're going to find, because if you're not conscious, you still want to blame other people. You are unable to see fault in yourself, especially if you have, you have no conscious at all. It is always somebody else's problem. And I'm feeling that energy is really, really strong right now. So it's really important that we try and remember to stay in our own power, in our own sense of emotional detachment is really important. Detaching from that old anxious memory and moving into and choosing the higher frequency channel. I know this sounds, it's not easy, but that is really what we're being asked to do, is to master the emotional attachments to things that no longer serve us. This is definitely an ongoing process, and something we're really being asked to do right now is to keep changing and moving the channel. I know for myself, I have been engaging in projects that are moving me more closely to the direction I want to move in. They may be small steps, but is the energy and intent behind the new, behind moving in the new direction that gives it that momentum. Try something different. A lot of the ego mind is going to try and hold us back. There is, some items related to health that may come up again that is creeping in here. But try, the ego's, again, you can't do that, but try it, because there are a lot of new things I have learned over the past few years that I actually am really quite good at and very much enjoy. And it is just take a step forward and learn something new. We are at a wonderful time where we can pretty much pick up and learn anything. Everything is basically, these days, right at our fingertips. Now, you are really feeling this attachment to the blockages. So the blockages, again, are really important to keep in mind. There is a lot of sacral and root chakra clearing. Again, the foundation of us, the where we hold and stand in our power. There's a lot of clearing that is happening in this area, and it's showing us where we still have energy attachments to that are reflected in our sense of security, our sense of self, our sense of our own power. And now is the time that we're transforming, so we're really moving forward into new energies. And it is, again, there is this duality that I find so fascinating, because I feel very much the energies, the frequencies that are running through my body. I'm very sensitive in the feet. They're always a real source of source energy, no pun intended. And it is just beautiful source energy that does come in and move us and says, I'm here, choose me. And then there's the other side of it, which is the blockages, the shadow work, the clearing, which is saying, this is where I am releasing. This is what you need to be aware of. So allow it, but keep moving in the direction, becoming who you feel you want to be in the best positive light. This is something that you create. So it's interesting. Nothing is really happening to us. It's all what we are creating. Some of this is very quote unquote esoteric. But it is all about managing multiple sources of energy, of information, of knowledge, all at the same time. And this, to me, is fascinating, because we're finding that this whole connection between psychological and mystical and medical are all colliding here. And it is really fascinating to try and understand how this all interconnects within our own energy fields. So we have, really one side, which is our energy management, which is super important right now, by setting strong intentions around, knowing where what individuals, what people trigger you, or what you feel, what you're reading about somebody, and to understand that, this is something that you can manage and you can control, and your gut is probably right, and you can, just choose to understand it and still engage or walk away. It is all in your own power to choose any kind of energy into your space that you desire. There is nothing wrong with a boundary. So the energy management, it is really important. It is affecting, our frequencies. So many of us have this higher frequency, and we just have to learn how to best utilize it. And on the other side, we have this whole ego perspective that is at play, how the ego, how the mind is controlling our physical beings, and how we are able to, through proper energy management, actually move that mindset in a different direction by choosing a different frequency. So this is all extremely connected here. And it is this back and forth between the two and understanding this amazing connection that is happening for so many people. I mean, we have just a wide range of individuals on this journey here, those that are resonating with me, that carry different aspects of this and are communicating it right across the board. So it's making all of these connections and looking within yourself. So the answers aren't always what way showers or anybody energy updates can provide. They sometimes provide a snippet or an aha moment, which will help you go, I need to delve into that a little bit, or I need to move out of that a little bit. And everything that comes to you, regardless of the source or where it comes from, what form it comes in, whatever energy seems to be strong, people, that it is all divinely coordinated and planned. So we, get right back to this whole simplicity of this matter. And it's really one thing. Your thoughts become things. So we can start to see these patterns. We can start to learn how our intuitive sense is so extremely important. It's who we really, really are. There is a lot of feminine energy. The intuitive side is really coming on very strongly. There is a lot of warrior energy here. This work, so many people, so many of us put on a very positive, smiling face. And there has been, a lot of difficult moments, trauma, even different types of physical symptoms and situations and relationships. And wow, it's important to recognize how far we've come, but we need to remember, and this is why I take this approach when I do these updates, is continuing to move forward. And, words are very powerful. So the way we talk, our words and our thoughts and our actions, we are reprogramming our neural networks. This is absolutely the key to our ability to see life from a more positive energetic aspect, to increase this energy field, this higher consciousness living on New Earth, which we absolutely know without a shadow of a doubt is happening. It is felt. It's being felt right across the board. This is not new now. This is just considered, we're at the point, so exciting from my perspective, is it's becoming status quo living. I mean, how exciting is that? Not easy to do, but there's been so many of us doing this work, knowing that something big is shifting here. So, that is pretty exciting. We don't know exactly what it means, But certainly I know, I can feel it. I have for a very long time now, this incredible frequency that we are able to tap into. Now, I just keep doing the work here. I keep trying to, communicate with you guys so I can hopefully keep, us all moving in the right direction, and sharing kind of what my process has been for quite a while now. If you haven't gone back to some of my older videos, there are a lot of hints there that can give you some ideas as to how to more practically deal with this kind of energy. That is really what I wanted to share today. There is just so much, again, in flux as we work through some of these I'm going to say challenges, but it's all in balance. Everything is about balance, folks. It is, the doing and the being. It is the work and the play. It is the mind and the heart. It really is a balance. And continuing to keep in mind that we have this balance in check, and our gut and our intuition and the universe is giving us little signposts along the way. And the better you are at being in this moment, the more aware you become of these signposts that are always with you. Well, that is all I have for today. And we will definitely talk soon. Bye.